In this short video I'm going to take you through how to make payments to a supplier, either allocating them directly to an invoice as you pay it, or alternatively putting the payment on account. So I've logged into the system, and the first thing I'm going to do is go into iPOS, which is the program you need to use, and the window opens like so. Okay, so to make a payment you need to go into the section Invoice Registry, and once in there, the first payment I'm going to make is directly to an invoice, so I know exactly what I'm paying and I know who I intend to pay. So I'm going to go into this Suggested Payments program, and I'm going to put in the name of the, or part of the name of the supplier that I'm paying. So this is the company, so I picked CINet, and it's opened a new window here with all the outstanding invoices that I've got on the system for this account. Now the one that I'm actually going to pay is this one at the bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to untick the items which I don't intend to pay, and in order to change this figure here, which is the selected for payment, what I need to do is to save those changes that I've just made. So I've done that, and it refreshes that screen. You can see now that it's amended that what I'm going to pay. So now that's all I want to do on this screen, so I can go forward to payment. Okay, so now I've got the invoice that I intend to pay here, and what I've got to do is fill in these details about the date that I paid it, etc. Now I paid that one on November the 16th, and it was with a bank transfer. And if I want to put in a reference here, which I can, I'll just put in, and I normally put in the month and the year, month and date like that, and then who authorised it, which would be me in this case, and then I go through to payment. It's just come up with a message, it's over a week ago, is that okay? I just say yes to that. Okay, so it's now indicated that invoice is fully paid, and this screen here gives me the ability to put an image up against this particular transaction if I wish to. I could put, if I paid by a check, I could have selected I could have scanned the check, put the check up on the system, load it into the appropriate place, and the image of that check would be available for me to select if I wish to on this screen. But we didn't pay by check, we paid by a bank transfer, so there's not really anything to do there. So that in essence is it. If I did change anything on this screen, I would have to resave it, but because that's it, I'm finished. So that's how you pay an invoice which is directly related to the payment that you've made. If you wish to now pay on account, that's a slightly different process, so I'm going to run through that now. So what we can do is we can go back to just a quick note before I move on, that that outstanding amount now has been amended because I've paid that invoice. I'm now going to go through to Invoice Registry again. I'm going to now do a payment on account. You can see that one's the one under the one we used before. And I'm going to make a payment. So I have to select the supplier that I wish to use, so I'm going to click CINet again here. So I click their name, that's the one. And then how I'm going to pay. So I paid by bank transfer. The payment reference again was now this particular one was the 10/11/30. So the date of it was the 30th of November. payment value 488.71. I authorised it, and I could make some comments here if I wish to about this payment, but I don't need to make any comments, so save it. And then this screen has now been refreshed, and you can see that the payment that I've made is sitting there at the screen. I can make a number of payments in this way, so I can go through and make another payment and just collect a series of payments here that I've made on account. Once I'm happy with that, and before I move on, if I use the cancel button here, this will basically go back to the point of me not doing anything. So it will cancel exactly what I'm doing. If I want to remove a transaction, I can enter this number here into this box here, and then click delete, and it will remove that transaction from this list. So I can still, at this point, I still haven't saved anything or actually made any commitments to the system. Now I want to save that, so I click on save, and it's asking me to do a batch total, which is an option, but we have it switched on, and I click save. And if that tallies with what I've put on, then it will come back and say, yep, that's fine. So I've now made a payment to that account, not allocated. So the next job for me will be to go down and allocate that payment on account. And I'll cover that in a separate short video, which you can look at when it comes around to allocating those payments to supplier accounts. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and see you soon.